ebiz.com Private Limited, a vision to reality.
Hello friends, once again I'm back and I welcome you to our new session of the 5th module. Well, don't you think friends, life is too short. Until we are living, might as well make the best use of it. And how can you do that? By educating yourself for the right purpose. Talk about science, chemistry, biology, all the answers are in this one gadget, and that's computers. And if I give you that knowledge of the computers, you can master the world together. So, let's go on and study the MS Excel today. What exactly is MS Excel? MS Excel is basically used for the calculations and the storage of data. It uses a format which is called a spreadsheet format. Now let's see. By sheets, I don't mean the bed sheets and the bed covers, so don't confuse me by that. By sheets, I actually mean rows and columns. Spreadsheets, we mean the sheets of rows and columns. Spreadsheets were originally developed for bookkeeping. However, they were also used for scientific calculations, data manipulation, and for producing graphs. Excel can also sort and select data. It can do complex calculations, etc. in a very, very simple way. Here are the important features of a spreadsheet. Let's see what they are. As I told you, rows and columns displayed on the monitor. You can see them. A spreadsheet is a grid consisting of columns and rows. Rows are labeled with numbers and columns are labeled with letters, giving each cell a unique address consisting of a number and a letter. If you are familiar with the old game Battleship, you will be quite comfortable with the cell addressing. A cell may contain labels or values. A label is a text entry such as a total that cannot be manipulated by the spreadsheet. A value can be a number, a date, a formula, or the answer to a formula. A single grid, for that matter, or page is usually referred to as a worksheet. What are formulas? Well, formulas are used to express mathematical relationship between cells. For example, C1 is equal to A1 plus B1 would calculate and display the sum of cells A1 and B1 into cell C1. It would also be a simple mathematical formula such as 100 multiplied by 3 divided by 40. Formulas are not displayed on spreadsheets. What you see in the cell is a result of the formula. Don't forget about the order of operations. Anything inside parentheses happens first, followed by multiplication and then division, followed by addition and subtraction. When in doubt, use parentheses to say exactly what you mean. Functions. Well, to go on further with it, functions are used as shortcuts when performing mathematical calculations. So when you perform mathematical calculations, they can be used as a sort of a shortcut to it. I hope I make myself clear to everyone here. They are pre-programmed formulae that give power and flexibility to spreadsheet calculations. I mean, what could be better? They prevent the user from having to continuously enter long and cumbersome expressions. Some examples are sum, average, max, and minimum. Ranges. Okay, how to go about ranges? A range is a block of cells. Formulas can act on single cells or to be directed to act on a range of cells. So they can actually act on a single cell and a variation in terms of range of cells. For example, the range A1 is to D1 includes the cell A1, B1, C1 and D1. So when we're talking about A1 to D1, A1, B1, C1 and D1 all are included in that particular range. Any calculation performed in A1 will also be performed by B1, C1 and D1. Coming to graphs and charts, what are they? Data in spreadsheets can be displayed in a graphic form. Spreadsheets allow the numerical data in the cells to be displayed as a graph or a chart. These graphics, which illustrate the meaning of the numbers in the spreadsheet in different ways, can be used to stimulate interest and help make a point. There are several different types of graphs that can be made. Area graphs, bar and column graphs for that matter, line graphs, scatter plot diagrams, and 3D graphs are some of the examples. Let us see how we open the application Excel. But before I come to that, I just want to tell you, we talk about merging the self with the environment. Take the environment as computers, and once you merge yourself into the computers, you can achieve everything in life. Let's go further and let's see how to open the application Excel. Go to Start menu, choose Programs, then followed by Microsoft Office Excel. The screen looks like this, as displayed here. Main screen of Excel. It is an empty worksheet, ready to enter your data. In the top left corner of the screen, as you can see, Excel has given your work a name called Book 1. It can be changed while saving the document. The next line down the screen contains the command menus. Below this are the toolbars. Below the toolbars is the command line. This is where you enter information to store in the main worksheet below. Currently, the line is empty apart from the characters A1. Again, A1, by A1 I mean the row A1. In the name box. You're currently using sheet 1 of book 1 as denoted by the sheet tab at the button. The worksheet has numbers down the left hand side, representing rows and letters across the top representing columns. Each intersection of a row and column is known as a cell and has a unique name for it. The cell in the top left corner is A1. It is nothing but an intersection of column A with row and is currently the active cell. A darker border denotes this, with its identity shown in the name box. Any information you type is stored in the active cell. Various keys or key combinations can be used to move the active cell round the worksheet. These include Enter, Tab, Home, and the arrow. Make sure scroll lock is not turned on. You can also move directly to a cell using the mouse. Point the mouse to any cell other than A. Click on the left mouse button to make this the active cell. As I told you, mouse can make programs active. So if you want to make it active, click on the mouse. Note that the name of the cell in the name box on the command line has changed accordingly. Move the active cell around the screen. Try pressing the arrow keys, tab and shift tab and enter and shift enter, noting the names of the cells in the name box, which is very important. End by making A1 the active cell. To move to the left edge of a block of data, hold on to the Control key and press an arrow key in the direction you wish to move. Control key and Home keys moves the active cell to cell A1. It is important to save your work frequently, as I had mentioned this before. So either press Ctrl S or click here. Give the file name and save the file. Excel recognizes various sorts of data: text, numbers, dates and times, which can then be used in formulae. As an exercise, we will make the following sheet of marks of 10th class students. It will be displayed on the monitor. Please pay attention there, and you will see a sheet will be displayed where we will calculate the sum of marks of the students, average marks, minimum and maximum marks obtained. And we will draw a chart from this data. We will work on the following example. This is a table of 10th class which shows roll number of students and marks obtained in various subjects like maths, science, English, and show the total roll number wise and subject wise. And also show the summary fields like maximum, minimum, average marks obtained, etc. Well, you can see it, and if you study it carefully, you will understand it. Well, it's very simple to make this table. First of all, move your cursor to cell A1 and type roll number. Then press right arrow button and type marks in the subjects. Then move your cursor to B2 and enter maths. Then press right arrow key again and enter science. And then further down, press right arrow and enter English. And press right arrow and enter total. Now your cursor is in E2. Move your cursor to A3 and enter data as below. Well, talking about the tables, move cursor to A3, Further, opposite to it, enter data 1. A4 to 2, A5, 3, A6, 4, A7, 5, and then finally A8, 6. Now, move your cursor to B3 and enter following data. Move cursor to B3, enter data 67. Further, B4, 34, B5, 54, B6, 48, B7, 58, and finally B8, 67. Now move your cursor to C3 and enter the following data. Move your cursor to C3, enter data 78, C4, 69, C5, 76, C6, 39, C7, 79, and C8, 95. Now move your cursor to D3 and enter the following data. D3, 90, D4, 45, D5, 89, D6, 71, D7, 90, and D8, 96. Now your table looks like this, displayed right ahead of you on the monitor screen. I hope you've understood the entire procedure and it's going to help you in future in making tables. I'm not talking about food here again. Okay, anyways, let's go on further. Now, go to A9 and enter total here. Go to A10, enter minimum. Go to A11 and enter maximum. And go to A12 and enter average. Now we want to sum the marks obtained. Well, for that, move your cursor to B3 and point your pointer at lower right corner. Now shape of plus pointer is changed from white to black. Now press left mouse button and drag it to B8. Your selected range is now highlighted. Now in standard toolbar, click on sum button. Now your total range is flashed. Now we have to total the marks of science and English subjects. For that matter, what you do is, you move your cursor to cell B9. Move pointer to lower right corner. The shape of pointer is changed. Now click left button and drag till D9 and release the button. What happens? Well, total of science and math fields is showed in cell C9 and D9 respectively. This is called formula copying. I hope till here is clear to you all. Now in the same way, we want to sum the marks by roll number. Place cursor to B3 in the same way as discussed previously. Select range up to D3. Press sum button in the standard toolbar as displayed here, and total of marks by roll number will be placed automatically in cells E4 to E8. Now table looks like this, again displayed in front of you on the monitor screen. Please pay attention. Moving on, we want to show the minimum and maximum and average marks obtained in the table. For that, place your cursor to B10 and enter the following. Minimum B3 to B8 and press enter. Minimum marks from range of B3 to B8 will be shown. With the same method as said previously, copy your formula till D10. Well, after the minimum marks, let's come to the maximum marks. To show the maximum marks, for that you have to place the cursor to B11 and enter the following, like put a is equal to sign, and maximum marks can be obtained from B3 to B8 and press enter. Maximum marks from range B3 to B8 will be displayed on the screen. With the same method as said respectively, copy your formula till D11. Now to show average marks, for that you have to place your cursor to B12 and enter the following. Is equal to sign, average B3 to B8 and press enter. Average marks of range B3 to B8 will be shown. With the same method as said previously, copy your formula till D12. Now your table will look like this. Have a clear look and concentrate, and if you have any difficulties at the end of it, you can always ask me questions. Moving on further, we will make the chart from this data with the following steps. Okay, let's come to the first step. What is the first step of it? Select data range from A3 to D8 and press this button. Then a dialog box will appear after pressing this button. This is the 4-step dialog box. Step 2. In this dialog box, choose a chart type or chart subtype and press Next. Step 3. In step 3, you have to give data range, but we have selected range previously, so we do not have to give range. Then choose series type column and press Next. Step 4. In this step, you have to enter chart title, x-axis title and y-axis title. Step 5. At last, you have to choose location of the chart. Basically, the chart is of two types. The first type in new sheet. The second type as object in sheet 1. Choose second option and press Finish button. Now look at the screen, an interesting chart has come, if it makes things easier for you. In this way, you can create another charts of your own interest. There are also possible operations like sorting data, filtering the data from data menu. I hope everything is clear. Just look at the screen again and you will see the chart. And as per what I've explained to you, everything is going to become crystal clear. So friends, with this, we have come to the end of MS Excel. But put forth any questions that you have and I will be more than welcome to answer them.
Ma'am, what are the main features provided by MS Excel?
MS Excel can actually be used for major calculations, for example, addition, multiplication, division, and for that matter, you can use MS Excel for drawing graphs or charts. You can also select a range for yourself. That's the use.
Ma'am, what is formula? How can we write it?
Formula is nothing but what the formulas that you actually use in maths. All the formulas that you use are the same. But the only difference with MS Excel formula is that it uses cell addresses. And the MS Excel formula also starts with is equal to or a plus sign. Okay friends, goodbye and take care. With this, we come to the end of the 5th module. I will definitely see you in the 6th module, which is nothing but the internet. Till then, take care. World Wide Web is a collection of documents called web pages. Type the page address in the location box. To do this, select the text in the box and type the address. For downloading, right-click on link, then a shortcut menu will appear. From this menu, choose Save Target As. To add an entry on the CC field, click the Add CC link above the To field. A search engine attempt to find any documents that contain the subject or phrase that you enter into the search parameters.